Hi, I'm Harper with Life with Leverage, and we coach you on the infinite banking concept and how you can become your own banker. Today, we have Brayam. He heads up our operations and client servicing. He's done a great job. He's been with us for a handful of years. Wanted to make sure we put a face to the name. Some people have met him through various Zooms and phone calls when you're getting your first application or your second or third or fourth application for your policies or family's policies. And if you do end up working with Life with Leverage, there's a high likelihood you're going to be talking with Brayam. So Brayam, why don't you introduce your story, how you got into infinite banking and the pros with it and what sold you on it, and then we can move on over to the servicing and the role that you play with Life with Leverage.
Sure. So everyone, I got into infinite banking around 2019, 2020. I started in financial services in 2018 with an independent boutique firm that focused on comprehensive financial planning, and I was in the insurance division. So I'm very well versed and familiar with a plethora of insurance products. And along the way, I got introduced to and trained in Nelson Nash's infinite banking concept. So I'm very familiar with that. I got my own policy and I have invested in various things with it. I have invested in land, flipping, multifamily. I've done some transactional funding. So I'm well versed and experienced in the concept. And the very first thing that sold me on it was the difference between the reserves that the banks hold, FDIC insurance and stuff like that, and the 100% reserve requirement that insurance companies hold. That was a big light bulb moment for me and got me really excited and into this strategy.
Yeah, so what Brayam is saying there is that insurance companies, specifically mutual insurance carriers like the ones that we practice infinite banking concept with, they keep very high reserves and cash on hand. And so they're very healthy financially, which is great for you and me. We get policies with them. We also mutually own it together. So we're both the customer and the owner. Now, Brayam, next up, why don't you say what you do within Life with Leverage and how we help people? So usually I'm talking with people, having good quality, creative conversations about how infinite banking can help them or their business or retain employees within their business. And then once they're ready to move forward or it makes sense to expand their infinite banking system, they get connected with Brayam for an application. And after the fact, of course, we're here to coach you, but he will service the policies day to day for policy loans, paying your premiums, beneficiary changes, or anything like that. So why don't you walk through what your day to day looks like when you're helping current clients with Life with Leverage?
So my main role within Life with Leverage in servicing is to make sure that the client's policies are functioning correctly, they're being funded correctly, that they are being good bankers to themselves as well as good lenders. That is the main goal, so that the policies perform as we have communicated and as we expect.
Yes, so infinite banking is long-term thinking. And when it comes to servicing, obviously when you get your policy, the steps are we educate you and you understand the concept, which this book, Becoming Your Own Banker by Nelson Nash, I'll give you a free copy if you reach out to me at harper@lifewithleverage.com. And if we have a call on Zoom or phone and I can tell you're serious and will commit to reading the book, I'll give you a free copy. This is the foundation of what Life with Leverage is built off of and the principles. This book is what will get you the right perspective, right mindset, and see if this is a good fit for you, your family, or your business. And when you do look to move forward, you're going to have a application, which will be with Brayam or one of our team members. Then you're going to go through underwriting, get approved. And once you are a client, of course, I'm here to coach you. We'll do annual policy anniversaries with you over Zoom or phone call or in person. And then periodically you need to reach out for any servicing needs or want to talk with me. It's going to be us as a team and other people as we grow. So thanks for listening in. So you get a face to the name of Brayam and what he does with operations and servicing. And really looking forward to you guys expanding your system or hopefully working with us and Life with Leverage in the future. Thanks.